Greetings, toy enthusiasts, and welcome to Toys and Tacarin. I'm your host, Tacarin Dace, and here's the Noob. And today we're mixing it up a little bit. We're doing an unboxing and review plus firing line with the Elite Retaliator and the Modulus Mediator. So instead of doing the usual and looking the blaster over and giving you my first impressions just from that, we're going to use the firing line and the use of the blaster during in order to get some ideas as to how the blasters run, how accurate they are from, I guess, it'll be about 6 feet, I guess, that we're shooting from. And the targets will be full-size red solos and dinky little shot plastic. And we'll be doing 2 points per red solo cup and 5 points per shot cup. And it won't be a matter of time or anything like that. It'll just be a matter of cumulative points for complete knockdown.
Tacarin, Player 1. The Noob, Player 2.
Number 1. That was probably too high. Number 1. So that makes 3 husband versus wife firing lines that we've done, and today was, as you saw, 34 to 22. That makes the overall standings 2 firing lines to 1. And of course, we'll be doing more of these, and she can probably even it up on the next one.
Hopefully even it up.
We'll see. Like, you won the first match.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we used the firing line today to actually use the blasters to kind of get a feel for how they operated and any of the features that are kind of with it. So we'll let the Noob kind of give her ideas on the Mediator first.
well, you know how I'm still learning how Nerf guns work, but honestly this one's pretty straightforward. Just it's got the mag release here. Whoops. You have to remember to, oops, it's already primed. You have to prime it and release it, and it comes with a 6 mag, so that's, you know, you can always put more in. This is my review. It's actually really easy to shoot. It's easy to load. It's easy to prime. It feels comfortable. It's got a pretty thick grip on here, which feels good. I have smaller hands, not by a lot, but I do have smaller hands. So, but I do find that it's kind of heavy to the one side because of the magazine.
Side-loading magazine.
Yeah, so it feels a little heavy that way, but
imagine it with a 25 drum mag on the side.
Yeah, that would be ridiculous. So it's not too bad. I hadn't had to use this yet, but it's got the jam door on the side, which is nice because it makes it a little more accessible. And then, if I can get it shut,
I would definitely say, like, I haven't gotten to mine yet, but I have the top side jam door. I like the side jam doors better because it seems that they are able to give it a much larger window to go in after the jams.
It's fairly accurate with, well, me shooting it. But yeah, it's nice to have the rail on the top and the rail on the side, especially for shooting. You can you have a little bit of your sight here as well. So, like, honestly, overall, it's a pretty decent Nerf gun, and I wouldn't maybe say it's my favorite Nerf gun, but it's definitely a decent one. And with the easy load, makes it really quick to. Especially in the firing line that we did, I had to switch 6 mags because I wanted to do 12 shots and use the one that came with the gun. So it made it nice, and it does have a really heavy spring. You can hear when you shoot it, this coil on it is pretty strong. So
for a stock spring, yeah. Yeah,
so that's not too bad. Yeah, obviously you could mod it and make it a little bit more, and you could put a shoulder.
A stock?
Thank you. You could put a stock on it too. Right. Make it a little more meaty. Oh, right. And you can do that too.
Other way.
I don't know. I think that looks ridiculous, but that's just me.
You get whatever barrel extension, vertical grip, sights, stocks, the kind of thing. This is a Modulus series, so obviously there's obviously there's lots of things you can do with the available stock point and the barrel extension point and the accessory rails and everything like that.
How do you get this off? Thank you. Maybe a noob shouldn't be reviewing.
Gotta put you in front of the camera sometime.
So there's quite a few different ways you can, with the Modulus series, as you saw, that you can add pieces to it and make it a meteor gun. But yeah, I think overall it's a decent one. As I said, maybe not my favorite, not the first one I would choose, but yeah, pretty decent.
Okay, well, so that's the Nerf Modulus Mediator. And I have used a Mediator in the past before, and I essentially agree. It's a solid kind of middle-of-the-road blaster. It doesn't have automatic fire or flywheels or like whatever belt mechanism for automatic fire or anything like that. But it shoots solid. You can modify it to your heart's content. You can switch out the mags to whatever size you want. So yeah, I agree with all that. And of course, I used the Retaliator today, and which is essentially the first, what do you want to say, the first reiteration of the original N-Strike Recon and the predecessor to the Modulus Mark II, which we've done a video for, but I don't know that we've necessarily uploaded it yet, so we'll be able to see that one at some time too, possibly after this video. Anyways, so like I said, it's kind of a redo of the original Recon. The barrel extension is essentially exactly the same as the original, different color design. My original Recon was kind of gray and yellow. This one, instead of coming with a 6 mag, comes with a 12 mag, which is kind of nice. The original Recon came with its own stock. I think this one is a big improvement stylistically and honestly ergonomically a little bit to the original. The original was a little wobbly. It comes with a vertical grip, which is nice for control of your blaster. The mag release is the same as original, ambidextrous, one on this side, one on that side for the mag release, nice and easy. Mag goes back in, load it up.
Oh yeah, there's only one mag release on this one.
Yeah, because of the side loading nature of it. As I mentioned during the Noob's review, this jam door is located under the loading slide and has a little bit less space than this jam door window that on the side of the Mediator, but it's still sufficient to get it unjammed, as our Nerf invasion parties have demonstrated. I've had to unjam plenty of the Retaliators that have been in use. I don't know why, because during this firing line, not a single jam. Clean shooting the entire way. So I think people are just in way too much of a rush when they're shooting for their fake death lives. What else do we have here? Oh yeah, so just like many blasters, it has a loaded indicator. In this case, it's a tiny little window where the stock goes on, and once it's loaded, primed, which it is right now, you can see a little bit of orange in there because there's a little plastic pipe that extends back when it's all loaded, ready to go, and that lets you know that it's ready to fire. So the grip is nice and comfortable. It's a good size. I don't think it's overly large for small hands, and just along the same line, we've been at Nerf invasion parties, and 8-year-olds have had plenty sized hands to manage to get around the handle, pull the trigger, and reload. Possibly that could be some of the issue with the jamming, is smaller bodies have a little bit less leverage to cleanly load the blaster. And yeah, so the barrel extension gives you a top rail and a bottom rail. Obviously bottom rail is good for the vertical grip. And then you have the useless top rail on top of the loading slide. But that's neither here nor there. That's what they've done with essentially every single iteration of the Recon, through the Retaliator to the Modulus. It is what it is. So overall, I would say that much like the Mediator, this is a nice middle ground spring-powered blaster that is good for just general shooting amongst friends, or your whatever Nerf invasion party you might be attending or putting together for yourself. So final thoughts on the Modulus Mediator and the Elite Retaliator. I would say that essentially the main observation with these two is that they are solid middle ground Springer blasters.
Very much so.
Just remember the keys with Springer blasters, that it's a full pump back till it stops, full pump forward till it stops. Your dart should load clean, and you can blast away however you want. Add your barrel extensions, add your stocks, make your magazine bigger or smaller, whatever may have you to desire. And
so what do you guys think? Did you like shooting line? Did you like our reviews on these blasters? If you did, then feel free to put that in the comments below, or tell us what you think about them as well.
Yeah, and don't forget to put in the comments below any other blasters that you might like to see that we haven't uploaded a video about yet. That's all for us here at Toys and Tacarin, and just a reminder to build it, blast it, and enjoy it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. I'm also on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and you can find my blog at toysandtacarin.com, and all of this is listed in the description below.